Hello student, today we will start the second chapter since revision is going on. So the second chapter is protein structure and engineering. That is, you will learn about the basic structures of protein, their function, their purification and sequencing of the protein etc. in this chapter. So first subtopic of the chapter is introduction to the world of protein. What are the protein? As you know or you have studied in the previous classes also, proteins are example of biomolecules. There are different biomolecules like carbohydrate, nucleic acid, lipids, these proteins, carbohydrates. So one of the important biomolecule is the protein. Protein is made up of, or it is consist of the unit known as amino acids. So proteins are basically made up of amino acids. In your previous classes, when you are the very younger student like 7th or 8th class, so there you have taught by your teachers that proteins are the building block of our body. So proteins are playing multiple roles in our life. So why it is essential? Now come to the point. These protein biomolecules exist in our daily life functioning. If I am asking about the blood cells, that is the RBC, so the function of RBC is to carry oxygen or transportation of oxygen from cells to body or from place to place. So this is by hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is also example of protein. So what its function is there? Its function is transportation of blood, oxygen and other things. So another example of this protein is myosin and actin protein. Myosin and actin proteins are present in our muscles. It is present in our muscular tissue. So whatever the contraction relaxation, suppose if I am just this is doing this contraction relaxation. So here you can see your bicep and tricep muscles. So whatever the movement in the muscles or in a body part is behalf of the myosin and actin. These are the protein fiber which provide movement, muscular movement to the body. Next protein example is collagen fiber protein. Collagen fiber proteins are doing as a they are doing as a binder and they provide strength to the muscle. They also provide strength to our bone cells, cartilage, ligament and tendon. So they provide stretchability. Stretchability is behalf of the collagen protein. So these protein molecules exist in several kind of examples and therefore multiple roller proteins are reported, and protein is a biomolecules which have maximum diversity in functions, playing from the transportation, bringing movement in the body, providing strength, being catalytic function. They are responsible for our immunity system and they are also responsible for some kind of diseases which is developed due to malfolding of the proteins, that is their disarrangement or disorder in arrangement of amino acid in the proteins. So these protein molecules, just I told, they are made up of and consist of amino acids. There are 20 amino acids. Some of the books you may find that 21 amino acids also. So out of these 20 amino acids, one is called essential amino acid and second one is called non-essential amino acid. Essential amino acid means their supply is essential from the outside. It means from the diet supplements, our body could not produce or could not synthesize this type of amino acid, that is essential amino acid cannot be produced or synthesized by our body, and their number is 9. The total number of essential amino acid 9. And on the other hand, there are non-essential amino acid. These amino acids are produced by our body, so they do not require from outside, and their number is goes to 11. So total number of amino acid is here 20. And if you are taking the 21, then non-essential amino acid will be 12 and it will be 9. So this is the concept of 20 amino acid as well as 21 amino acids. Here this 3D structure of amino, 3D structure of a protein. 3D structure of a protein means it reveals about the arrangement of amino acid or a polypeptide chain of a protein. In what way amino acids are arranged. So this is about the 3D structure of a protein. Now there are certain kind of proteins which are nowadays called as rogue protein. Rogue means evil, worthless, that cause some danger. So these rogue proteins are what? Rogue proteins are those proteins which are formed by alternation. That is, they are also called altered protein. And altered protein means when their packaging or the folding of amino acid takes place, it is not in a proper way. So rogue proteins are those proteins where the folding of amino acid is wrong, and due to that they causes different kind of diseases. So it is also known as protein malfolding, that is protein misfolding structure. And due to this rogue protein in our body there are different kind of diseases, just we will discuss on that also. So before coming to this protein misfolding, I would like to say that you have studied in the 9th or 10th classes that we have central nervous system in your body. Central nervous system is body means there is use of motor neuron, sensory neuron that is connected to our brain. So whenever the information are flow from body to brain or brain to cells or body organs, so here is a requirement of certain kind of protein which pass the message. You must know about the neurotransmitters. Some of the neurotransmitters are the example of proteins also. And so speed and correlation of sensory stimulation is done by protein. But if this protein is being changed, when the protein folding is changed, after being changed in the protein folding, then what happened? The information will not rightly reach to the place where it must go. Therefore, there are various kind of disease which is related to altered folding of the protein, and some common are example Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is those disease which is generally found in the old ages, and in that disease what happened? The protein which is wrong protein which is formed destroy the memory cells. That is it is started the loss of memory or destroy the memory cell. It also leads to neurological disorder. Neurological disorder means that is degeneration of nerve cell. Day by day nerve cells number will be reduced. So it is neurodegenerative disorder. Alzheimer. Next is Parkinson disease. Parkinson disease is also known as senile dementia. Dementia means the loss of memory, and it happens due to lack of dopamine. Dopamine. So this is the dopamine. Dopamine is an example of neurotransmitter. You must know some of the neurotransmitters. The function of neurotransmitter is they passes the information, that is your signal or message from one body to the another body parts. So dopamine, acetylcholine, these are the certain example of neurotransmitter. So due to lack of dopamine or improper synthesis of dopamine leads to the Parkinson disease. Next, SCA. SCA stand for severe combined immuno disorder or disease. This SCA stand for sickle cell anemia. Sorry for that. Sickle cell anemia is a genetic disorder, and as for the molecular biology, you must know the central dogma concept. DNA synthesize RNA, RNA synthesize protein. What the meaning? Suppose this is the DNA to RNA and RNA to proteins. This is the central dogma also. In this sickle cell anemia, what happened? The gene responsible to produce the amino acid, that is the protein, is changed. The protein synthesis has been changed. Therefore, the RBC becomes sickle cell. It is that disease is generally found in the African continents. So sickle cell anemia is a disease where our RBC become curved, and here there is a less red blood cells formation takes place. Now SCID, it stands for severe combined immunodeficiency disease, and this disease is related to our immune system. Without the immune system, our body cannot run. So there is an enzyme ADA, adenosine deaminase. It is an enzyme, and that enzyme is responsible to our immunity system. So the baby or the infants, whichever is suffering from SCID, because it is a very rarest disease, so their survival is very less. Next one is the cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis is also a genetical disorder. What happened in that disease? Here, lungs and stomach, that is our digestive system, is affected. In that cases, whatever the proteins are formed, that is their amino acids are there, they produce sticky and thick mucus. Due to that, there is extra fluid deposition in the lungs. And next, thalassemia. Thalassemia is also blood related disease. What happened? The person or the child who is suffering from the thalassemia required perpetuate transfusion of the blood, because our hemoglobin having alpha and beta chain. So the error is here beta chain. In the beta chain, what happened? There is a lacking of protein, and due to the lack of that protein, person has suffered from the thalassemia. Next, you must know the prions. Prions are the infectious proteins. Prions are the infectious protein. They are also diversification of the proteins, and their spread is enough to cause the disease. Being a touch, because they are not made up of nucleic acid, RNA or the DNA. Instead, they are having their naked protein. So we called it the infectious proteins. And these prions are responsible to spread the disease, most popularly called as cow mad disease, or mad cow disease or cow mad disease. And this disease is spread to the human beings because of the consumption of the beef, that is the meat. And it is also known as CZ disease. CZ disease. It stands for Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. That is caused by the prions, or it is mad cow disease. It is a neurological disorder, or you can say that disease is related to the brain. Next, proteomics. The one of the important role of this introduction of the word of the protein is proteomics. Proteomics is the one of the emerging branch of biotechnology which deals with the structure and function of various kinds of proteins. If we are knowing the arrangement of amino acid in a given protein, we can replace or we can change it by the gene therapy technique. So proteomics is what? It is dealing with, this is the proteomics, it is dealing with structure and functions of specific proteins. It provides us detailed information about a protein, their function and their three-dimensional structure. The three-dimensional structure of protein we will discuss or you will learn in the next video. So this is little about the idea related to the structure of proteins and multiple role of the proteins.